I've had a nice day. It's what you do when you're semi-retired. No work at all, so a total day off. I've been in the garden for an hour and a half. I've had a nap. You do that when you get older. Taking my dog for a walk, he's very lively. And now, well, when I get back home anyway, I'm going to load the car and go fishing. How about that, Dilwyn? It's on the Staffordshire-Worcestershire Canal tonight. Just cast out and oh, I've got one. I've had two boats come past actually. Here we go, first fish. And I was about to say that the boats have as much right to be on here as we do, and bear in mind that without them we wouldn't have anywhere near the miles of canal system that we do at the moment. Best thing to do at this time of the year is to come late, as I've done, or very early in the morning. And I'm off the mark with my favourite fish, the perch. I've returned the fish, cast out again, and I'm pouring a cup of tea. If ever you are struggling for a bite, balance the cup between your knees and pour the tea and you're guaranteed to get one. I'm not having that problem tonight, I'm sure, especially when I've got something first cast. I've got about an hour and a half, which suits me fine. I was thinking when I came out the house, down my road, up the next one, then onto a country road which becomes a lane, onto a B road, continue on there for a short distance, down another lane and through a village and park up, and I'm fishing. Great. You have to love where you live, don't you? And I certainly do that, especially as a person who loves the countryside and loves the natural world. It ticks all the boxes for me. And one of them is that I'm so close to fishing venues, and a rural mile is far preferable to an urban one, battling traffic and traffic lights, accidents, just general stuff that's going on the road. I can be where I am within minutes. Anyway, I'll be back with another perch. I think I've got a shot out there, so that's the thinking. To be about the same size. And where we go from there, well, let's see. One fish at a time. I don't mind being proved wrong where catching fish is concerned, especially when there's a gudgeon involved. And I know from what other anglers tell me on the internet that some haven't caught a gudgeon for years. Always nice to catch what was the very first fish that I netted, or banked, should I say, didn't net it, back in the 1960s. This is what I was predicting for the second fish. However, as far as the sequence is concerned, it's the third. I keep my rods made up. That includes my float setup. It's a Shimano reel. It's a Graze float rod. That's 12 feet. And I've got a small waggler, which I'm about to show you now. I'm fishing in about 5-6 feet of water. Actually, I'm not about to show you because it's, oh, there I am. It's got tangled underneath my chair. I'm not going to record the clip again, keep it as it is. That's the waggler. It's a small Drennan float, and there's an anchor shot either side of it to keep it into place, but I've nipped the shot on in such a way that I can move it if and when required without having any issue with the line itself. You have to be careful with that, of course. No more shot other than the little one that I call that an anchor shot because that does hold the bait to the bottom when you've got flow on a canal. That's about 4 inches there, size 14 Drennan Super Specialist, and a couple of maggots. I do fish 1, sometimes 2 maggots, depends on the size of the hook. One thing I always do though, I always go for the same colour. On this occasion, it's white. It's only a confidence thing. I have caught when I've mixed colours on the hook, but as we know, confidence plays a big part in fishing. So for me, I tend to go for the same colours when I fish more than one maggot at a time. I am catching a few of these perch now, and they are all about the same size. Shoalfish, of course. So apart from the intervention of the gudgeon, I was right, wasn't I? I'll tell you what, it's nice to catch bigger perch, but as I said in a recent blog entry, they all do. They're all fish, and it's all about enjoyment, isn't it? And I'm certainly enjoying this short session on the canal this evening. I've caught a lot of small perch so far. Obviously, I've not held everyone up to the screen, but I am with this one for the simple reason that it's a first this evening that I haven't needed the forceps on. And I say forceps because I do carry a disgorger. Obviously, I carry several, but given the choice, I always prefer the forceps over a disgorger because you get a much better grip. Obviously depends how far the hook's down and the size of the fish that you're catching and the size of your forceps naturally, but you can go right onto the hook and take it out in one easy movement. I've suspected that these have been in the swim by the nature of some of the bites that I've had, but the first one that I've connected with, it's a third species as well this evening. Will I get any more? This is the biggest so far. I always say so far because as long as your bait's in the water, even if it's the last cast, you've always got a chance of beating it, haven't you?